Construction started today on Surfing Australia's multi-million-dollar training facility at Casuarina Beach, with Deputy Prime Minister, Treasurer Wayne Swan, turning the first soil. The $2 million High Performance Centre, funded by the federal government, is the world's first dedicated surf training facility, all about the development of elite surfers and coaches. Now, Treasurer Swan was joined by surfing world champions Mark Richards, Layne Beachley and Jack Freestone at the turning of the soil. So let's take a look at how the event unfolded.
Being here today at the opening of this high performance facility is really a great achievement for Surfing Australia.
Well, I'll tell you what, it'd be more pleasure than Parliament.
The thing about surfing or any elite sport is you just can't rest on your laurels, and the great thing about this facility is that it's going to really put a lot of work and training into the next generation of champions, and that's really satisfying.
What we really wanted to do with this site was to focus on our high performance and our elite training. The next challenge, of course, was to put the finance together. So with the help of the Australian Government and the Australian Sports Commission, we've been able to realise that vision, and today is the day we really begin construction, and we're very much looking forward to the completion of the facility. That'll mean that we have world first, world's best practice training facility for the sport of surfing, and I have no doubt we're going to produce world champions for many years to come as a result of what we're doing here today.
Having an HPC centre, having a program like this to develop the correct techniques from the start would have been amazingly beneficial, and it is for any athlete to learn all the correct techniques from the beginning of their careers.
Look, the goals are basically to create world champions on the international stage. It's about identifying talent around the country and bringing them into a facility and a centre that can really provide them with the opportunity to go on and become a champion.
It's pretty amazing what Surfing Australia is doing now with the coaching clinics and the camps that they're doing with all the boys and girls and all these up and coming young surfers. And I think the type of programs that they're working on will be the things that will give our young up and coming surfers the advantage to do well in the Australian events, and also do really well on the world stage against the international surfers. I think it's something that we've needed for a long time, and it will definitely be an advantage.
It's like a starting ground for all the surfers. I think it's a place where we're learning and we can get coached and stuff like that. So, you know, I think it's a part of a stepping stone to going on to bigger and greater things.
Oh, there's no doubt there'll be a great community benefit here, particularly for the construction industry. We know things in the construction industry are a bit soft, so I think the local construction industry around here would certainly welcome the employment and all the activity that's going to flow from these facilities.
We'll be employing about 100 or over 100 people from our Tweed office working on this job. We've got about 200 apprentices at Hutchies. Not all of them will be working on this job, obviously, but we'll get some training in. And we're really excited to finally get a start here.
It's had a lot of really specific architectural elements that have been integrated into the building to allow it to be really surf specific. So, and that's the number one point about this building really, is that it is really surfing specific. There's plenty of training centres around the world where surfers actually access at the moment. None of them will actually have the level of surfing specific elements to the building that this one will, and that's what the main advantage is going to be.
Having something to focus on that's positive and healthy and outgoing, and understanding all the scientific elements to it, are going to give all the Australian athletes that come to this centre a huge advantage over their competitors from around the world.
And I think what will happen with the HPC, I think that in the future there'll be Australian champions, male and female, and also world champions, and I think in their acceptance speeches when they win world titles, I think they'll be reflecting on all the good information they received at the HPC, which, you know, set them on their way to winning world titles.
The whole thing about Australia is that we really perform at the high levels across a whole range of sports and activities, but there's none quite like surfing.
There's no doubt that the High Performance Centre will play a big role in developing the next generation of surfing champions. Now, the facility will feature a state-of-the-art surf-specific gym, an auditorium, offices, a testing and treatment room and accommodation, and has been designed in consultation with the Australian Institute of Sport. Now, we're hoping that the doors will be opening next May, so keep tuned because there's exciting times ahead for surfing in Australia.
Yeah, yeah.